Good morning, folks. Thompson Farmstead Adventures. It is Wednesday, the 17th, January 2024. What we got going on right now, having Matthew mark the barrel so we can cut it in half, then we're going to drill holes in it, get it out of here. I was going to use that one for water, but I much prefer to purchase brand new ones, even if I have to pay a little bit more from Uline. I know they're out there. I just got to research it, but I don't have a spot at this point in time to put a bunch of water, 55-gallon drums of water in places. I wanted to build a heavy-duty rack where I can have them on the side, but if you build them to where they're horizontal and the cap's at the top, and then you fill them up right to the top of that cap, and they have the manual pumps, you know, that you can shove the hose and the hose will fall down inside, you know, one of those clear hoses, and screw it on. And you can either do the squeezable type, siphon style, and then once you get it going, it'll siphon it out. And they have little valve systems on them. If they don't, you put one on. And then they also have the little hand crank type, and they also have the type that you can hook up to a drill motor and just pump them out. So there's all kinds of ways of getting your water out of these drums. You know, I have also the upright pumps that you stick down on the top and you crank them and it pumps them out. So, you know, I'm set for any kind of situation there is for that when I get to that point. In the meantime, we still have our milk jugs, which you're really not supposed to use. It'd be best to use water jugs, but we primarily use the milk jugs to take care of the chickens during these freezes. Dog and cat bowls in the shop. If our house freezes, you know, we have it there too for the toilet and stuff. And then I also have these 3.5-gallon stackables in the corner. And instead of a Berkey system, I kind of built I had the ceramic and carbon filters to do my own out of buckets. I thought about building my own Berkey system too out of like stackable pots. I just, you know, standstill pots. It's all pretty much the same. You know, you just need a nice container. Either way you go, you still have to clean them. I did find out using the bucket system over here in that little room with a little valve on the bottom that the water tends to smell a little different because of the plastic, you know. Especially if it sits in there for like a month. And I just use that one to wash my hands. Alrighty. Well, Matthew went ahead and cut that barrel in half, cleaned up the edges and stuff, and then brought it over to the greenhouse. And one thing we forgot was to drill holes in the bottom of it. We do have the openings from where you slide in, you know what I mean, where the plugs that go in on the one. But yeah, we'll finish that later. What we're going to do here real quick is I'm just going to set the camera up here, just let it run. I have my water lines right there. I need to watch out for. I have to go above the support, and then have my hat track go possibly above the water lines, because this whole wall here gets softened in. Actually, you know what? I don't need to go that far in. Never mind. Let's figure it out. I'm just going to stub in this far. Well, that's going to be enclosed. I won't care. Ah, just figured it out. The boss is here. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, it must be lunchtime. I'll be back. All right, we got a few more minutes before we eat. Just came in to tell us that it will be ready at 11:30. My wife's cool about that. You know, she gets things, makes us a nice hot lunch and stuff. Chicken pot pies, not homemade. She does make some. She does make a great homemade chicken pot pie. Alrighty, got this side, come back, do that side, and over here as well. And we're gonna go eat. I'll be right back. Well, we're back from lunch, and my phone, since I'm using an iPhone here, was on 18%. So I went out and grabbed my little battery charger I got from one of my supply stores way back then. You know, handing these things out to all the contractors. Kept wanting to get that down, forgot several times. At least I won't lose it there. Alrighty, well, Matthew has 2 more screws over there to do. Then that will all be done as far as the hat channel, whatever you guys want to call it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my outlet up here for the garage. I can't do that one yet because all that insulation's in the way. But, I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I'm just going to get it done off camera because I got to get all this stuff together, and I want to let my phone flashing for whatever reason. I don't know if it was before. Anyways, I'm going to turn off the phone so it'll charge properly. All right, see you soon. Alrighty, well, took care of that plug up there. No big deal, you know. I'm going to try to get power to all this stuff. Well, maybe not today because it's 3 o'clock and Matthew has to take off. And that's where the other one is, right there, hanging down by that light. I was over here fiddling around with the light switch. Now, when I was looking at this light switch and the bracket that was holding it on the original single game, it had a gap between it. So I had to go find something that had a gap about that big, and boom, found a piece of wood, which was nice. So since this box here is bigger, not only, of course, it's 3 gang, but also it's deeper too. I had to reset the little piece of angle that they have in there. I got to put one more screw in right here. I had to reset that angle back farther for this deeper box, and still find the center where it's at, so I can match it up to the center of this, you know, and then cut out what I need. And I'll get to that in a bit. But I'm going to be using, put this one back. I'm going to be using one of these 12-2s for the fan setup in here. And then the other 12-2 is going to go to that double switch leg, because I have 2 switches going sideways. This is similar to what I have in my office. Those are paddle. This one's here are toggle. And then the center one will be for the fan. And then that one, of course, will be for the shop lights, the standard ones. I'm going to show you what Matthew just did. Oh, I'm going to bring some water for the chickens. It's time. It's about 52 degrees in the shop, but I think it's still below freezing outside. I'm not sure. Things are melting on the grass. They're starting to melt out, so doing pretty good. But the ice is still there. So I think just the powdery snowflake stuff. Let me, hold on a second. Hey. You guys crying? Huh? You whining? Yeah. They dumped their water when I was out here earlier on a video, and I just didn't like it. Let me throw that up. All right, I'm gonna do the other one too. Well, anyways, those are the steps I had Matthew make right there. Did it on both sides. It worked great. I checked the doors already. We have, of course, we have plenty of clearance. But at least it's more for us, because this area gets so muddy. You know, it's a bad location to put the chicken coop in the greenhouse. At least it's flat on the ground. That's bad. We didn't realize how much rain it got out here. No, hey, come on. Get out here. So the deck is slowly starting to defrost. Chicken coop. That's a farmer's life with chickens. Now, see this area right here? This whole section, it gets their poop on it and stuff. Oh wow, you guys made a mess of that one. Holy cow. That's nasty. Hold on, let me rinse that out for them. Fresh water. Now, the issue, see how we got all this stuff out here? Well, you know, we did a deep bedding, but unfortunately, that's only like a 1/2 inch high there. And that's mostly because it's all sealed now to keep the water from coming back in or blowing in. You know, do the same thing here. Hold on, watch out. I don't know if that's poop or food, man. Look what they do. Look what they do to their food. I'm gonna have to raise that up. What are you guys doing to your stuff here? Holy cow. Well, it's sitting on the ground. All right, I'm gonna have to come back and fix that. But if you notice, as soon as I stepped out, all this just came out. So we have that issue of it getting right here in front of the door. And when it rains, you know, it's open to this area, that it gets compacted, and then when it freezes, it actually pushes the door out, and you have to constantly clean it. So I'm gonna have Matthew come in and remove that bottom piece, put a 2x6 in, which should be the same height as this, same height as that opening right here, and then hopefully it'll solve that issue. We'll see. So I'm gonna get Matthew on that real quick. And then I'm gonna raise that feed up. I think I might have to replace that rope, but I think the rope is stretching. All right, I'll show you what's going on in a minute here after we get it done. Alrighty, well, end of the day, closing up shop for a little bit. Making it a little difficult here. Here we go. It's cold out there. I guess the sundown winds are blowing. It got up to 35 degrees. Hang on a second. All my stuff in my arm too. And it's blowing. So let me show you here real quick. Excuse the wind, guys. Let me just show you what we did here. Next time, I did it on the first skip. I don't know why I just didn't do it here. Maybe because it was so high, I didn't want us to trip on it. So, took out the trim, trimmed up the side. Later on, we'll secure the trim with these little trim screws. And it turned out nice because I also raised that up, so it's not so, I mean, it was laying right on the ground. Oh my gosh, you guys dumped the water again? You sure did. All right, I'm taking this out. You guys, I think what they're trying to do is stand on it. So, let me put it here. Darn it. I think they're trying to stand on it on the edge, and it flips up on them. So, yeah. You get some. I'll be back out here. Bring the bottle in with me. So, hopefully it'll hold all that stuff in. These guys are messy over here. It's like, I thought that was all poop, and then as we're putting it in, they got tons of food in here. It's like I could probably take that out for a month and they would never starve. They just come in here and scratch around. And man, that's all mostly food. It's not broken down poop or anything. Oh, it could be, but it might be. Who knows? Been in here for, well, we changed this out in the fall, I think it was. Anyways, so went ahead and put that in there. It works out good so far. Hopefully the wife doesn't trip over it. And it's the same height as the opening. So when they jump up to get out, they have that big area they can get in, to grab onto. And hopefully all this stuff will eventually go away with the rains that are coming in. So let me flip this around. And here's my little arm. Whoa. I got my cup, my gloves, my beanie, and an empty jug. An empty jug. All right, let me, I can't wait till I excuse my nose. Here, hold on a second. Let me just flip you around. You guys me looking at my nose and all that other stuff. All right. Anyways, guess what? We'll just make it that. This is the end of the day, man. Tomorrow, we'll finish off the electrical, get the insulation done. Maybe. We'll see. Like every day, I say, I'm going to get the insulation done. Oh. Alrighty. I'm not looking at my nose again, aren't you? Alright, guys. Why don't we just call it quits? See you guys tomorrow. God bless. Have a beautiful day. Hopefully I don't slip on the ice here. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.